Hey, how's Ma doing? Is that old bag still kicking?
Honey? I'm sorry, what?
The hospital called. They told me she was picked up by an ambulance. Said she was brought to the ER. Sounds like it must have been pretty bad this time, huh?
Aren't you gonna come to the hospital to see her? I was with her this morning and she seemed okay, but the nurse told me she thinks she might have had a stroke this afternoon. Luckily, her neighbors called the ambulance when she didn't answer her door. When are you gonna get here, honey? Things aren't looking good.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm really busy with work at the moment. Like totally swamped right now. Don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. Do me a favor and handle this one for me, will you?
Logan? I don't know how to say this, but the nurse told me it's not looking good. You should be here. I can't handle this alone.
I said I'm busy, okay? What do you want me to do? What, are they saying she's looking ready to croak? I suppose it's about time, isn't it?
Logan! How could you say something like that? This is your own mother we're talking about. Don't tell me you're not even a little bit concerned for her.
Of course I'm worried about her. That's why I'm texting you right now. She's my ma after all. I'm her worried son. Of course I'd be worried about her. On the other hand, you seem way more worried than you ought to be right now. Don't think I can't see through your little act. I know what you're planning. You think I can't see you're pretending to care about her like that?
What's with you? I've known your mother for longer than we've been married. Of course I'm concerned. She's my family too. How could you say something like that? She's very sick, Logan. Of course I'm worried.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that. Don't think I can't tell what is on your mind. I know what your real intentions are.
My real intentions? What do you mean?
I won't say it on here, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't play dumb with me.
What are you talking about? Your mother is in the hospital right now. She might not make it until tomorrow. Why do you have to do this right now? A normal person would be rushing to the hospital right now, praying they'd make it in time to see their mother who might be on the verge. And here you are, prioritizing work and claiming I have some other intention?
I told you I've got work, damn it. What, do you expect me to just stand up and leave? My job is really important. If I don't work, how do you expect me to support us? You wouldn't understand. I can't leave my job even if I wanted to. Someone like you, a housewife who's barely worked a day in her life, wouldn't know that you can't just leave from work, so stop trying to guilt trip me. All you do is clean and cook, so don't tell me what I should be doing right now.
What does any of that have to do with this?
Whatever, I'm done with that. I know what you're trying to do anyway. Now tell me, without beating around the bush or anything, is Ma gonna make it? What's the doc say?
You're really the worst, aren't you?
Oh, come on, you know I'm just being realistic here. Someone has to be realistic here. You always think the worst of me for no reason.
I don't know what to tell you.
Whatever. What's bound to happen is gonna happen. No helping that. Alright, I gotta go. Work needs me. Take care of everything for me. Oh, and don't contact me again. I am really busy, okay?
I can't believe you right now.
Hey, Robin, how's Margaret doing? I heard from my neighbor that she's got taken to the hospital. Is she okay? I'm heading there by taxi right now as well. I just hope that I'm not too late. What wing is she in so that I can get there as soon as I get to the hospital?
Hi, Ethan. She's in the south wing, 3rd floor. They say she's conscious, but I'm not sure if she's okay. I'm speaking to the nurse right now.
Okay, I'm almost there. Please, if she's not gonna make it, I just need to say goodbye at least. Aunt Margaret always looked out for me. I can't just let her go without telling her thank you. She used to make me dinner and let me sleep over at their place when my dad was, in one of his moods.
I remember her telling me about when you were little and you had to eat with them. I'm sorry you had to go through that. I'm glad she opened her home for you when you didn't have anywhere to go.
I always felt bad for asking her for food, but she was always so kind to me. She treated me like her own child, even when my own dad would kick me out of the house.
She's really an angel. I just wish I could help her out like she helped us out all the time. It's hard seeing her like this.
Speaking of, how's Logan doing? Is he holding up okay?
Huh? Logan? He hasn't come to see her yet.
What? That's weird. Why isn't he there yet? Do you think he got stuck in traffic or something maybe?
No, he said he's not gonna come to see her.
What? Why not? When I called him, he said he urgently left work. I thought he was leaving to go see Margaret and you.
He left urgently? Logan told me he's really busy and that he can't make it. Why would he tell you he left work?
I'm not so sure. That's really weird. I wonder if there wasn't some kind of misunderstanding. I'm sure he'll be there any second.
I don't know, Ethan. He didn't seem very concerned about his mother. He told me to handle things for him and that I shouldn't bother him again tonight.
No. Did he really? I can't believe it. Did he seriously tell you that?
Yes, he did. He said his job is really important and he can't just leave. I know you two haven't spoken in a long time, so you might not know, but he's changed a lot. He treats his mother very poorly. He doesn't speak to her at all, and he only seems to be interested in what he'll inherit from her. As you know, this is the second time she had to be taken to the hospital. He was the same the first time she got really ill. He said he was busy with work that time as well.
What the hell? I can't believe it. He never used to be like this. I wonder what happened to the guy.
I can't believe it either. But ever since she started getting sick, he just stopped talking to her. Whenever he got home from work, he wouldn't say anything to her or even look at her. They barely spoke at all the last 5 years. I don't know what's gotten into him. His mother is terminally ill and he won't even come see her at the hospital. What could he possibly be doing right now that's so important?
I don't know, Robin. It just doesn't seem like the person I used to know. Wait, today's the 27th today, isn't it? No, he wouldn't.
He wouldn't what? What's today's date have anything to do with this?
Sorry, just ignore me. I thought I remembered something, but Margaret is more important than that right now. Just stay with her for now, or turning into the hospital parking now. I'll see you in a minute.
All right, see you soon. Please hurry.
Hey, I assume you got the message with those papers. I want you and your things out of here before the end of the day. Oh, and sign everything and take them to the government office.
So those papers you threw at me while I was sitting on the couch really were divorce papers, weren't they?
Of course they were. I'm not planning on staying with you anymore. We're divorcing. I don't have any reason to stay married to you. I can't stand being around you anymore. I've been holding out for years now, but today I am finally getting rid of you.
I can't believe it. So that was your plan all along, wasn't it? Why would you do this? What's wrong with you? Is this what you were planning this whole time?
What are you talking about? I should be asking you the same thing. You've been using me this whole time, leeching off of me, trying to kiss up to Ma so you could take off with our money. Bet you didn't think that I'd be the one divorcing you at the end of the day. Thanks for looking after the old bag for me this whole time. Now I am free of both of you. Hasta la vista, baby.
What were you doing the night your mother passed away? Tell me now.
What's your problem? I told you I was working. How long are you gonna rail me for not going to the hospital to see her? Get over it already. I can't help the fact that I was busy at work, can I?
Are you sure about that? Like, really sure? Were you really busy with work that night?
Yes, how many times do I have to say it? You are so freaking irritating. Why should I have to explain to you why I wasn't at the hospital? Why am I still even talking to you? Get out of my house already. I never want to see you again.
I'm speechless. Why are you like this, Logan? What happened to you?
Nothing happened to me. You're the one that's gotten more irritating and noisy over the years. Forcing you to take care of Ma for the last 8 years was about the only good thing that I got you to do. Now that the funeral is over, I have no reason to talk to you anymore, so do me a favor and get your stuff out of my house. I want to get on with my life and enjoy my newfound freedom.
Thank you. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart.
What? Are you trying to act tough now? I know that you were just looking after Ma, thinking to yourself the whole time that you'd just get some of the inheritance money. That's the only reason you were actually looking after her, not because you actually cared about her. You're not fooling anyone. Joke's on you, because I am her real son. You're just some stranger to her. She would never give you any money.
Logan, I didn't even know she had any money that she was leaving for you. I don't care about inheriting anything. I'm just happy you finally decided to divorce me.
Happy I divorced you? No way. Don't make me laugh. You're about to be jobless and homeless. Don't try to act so strong. I know you're furious that I decided to divorce you. Pretend you're happy all you like. I hope you're prepared to sleep in a ditch tonight.
I'm not acting, but I know you don't care either way. I'll leave, but don't come crawling back to me when you realize how badly you screwed up.
Yeah, whatever. Just get out of here, you nagging old hag. I hope I never have to see your stupid face again. Robin? You scheming rat, what is the meaning of this? Why did Mom make you the heir of her inheritance and not me?
I see you finally read her will, Logan. No scheming or anything like that. That's just what she decided she wanted to do with her money when she passed away. And since it's clearly stated in the will that I am the heir, there's nothing you can do about it. So please stop contacting me.
No, this isn't right. There's something fishy going on here. There is no way that she would give you everything. I'm her son after all. I'm her real family. Why would she give you anything? You did something, didn't you? You tricked her, or you extorted her or something so that she would give you money. I knew I shouldn't have trusted you.
I'll say this one more time. I did not extort, intimidate, or trick your mother in any way. She hired a lawyer to help her write the will and everything. If you don't believe me, you can contact that lawyer and discuss it with them.
Why would she? How could she give you all the money and not me? I am her son. You're nobody to her. I should have got all of her inheritance.
Do you seriously not get it yet, Logan?
Of course I don't. None of this makes any sense. She must have been seriously sick in the head if she left you the money. She probably had dementia or something, so her will can't be valid.
Logan, she wrote up her will months ago. And no, she didn't have dementia. Her own son should know that much at least.
But I've been living with her ever since Dad died. I was by her side basically until the end. How can she do this? There's no way that she wouldn't give me anything.
By her side this whole time, huh? Do you know who's been with her for these past 8 years?
Me, of course.
No, Logan. There's no way Margaret would have given you a cent looking at how you treated her for the last 8 years. You said it yourself. The best thing I did was force you to look after her. You never bothered to talk to her when you were home. You always avoided seeing her. You always ate your dinner in your room. Not to mention how you badmouthed her so loud that we could always hear you. Her own son. Treating her like this for years. And you expect her to give you inheritance money? And to top it all off, you left her to die in the hospital without even coming to see her. You're a cruel, heartless man. You don't deserve a cent from her.
I was busy, damn it. What do you want from me? How many times do I have to explain this? I was at work. If I am not working, then we don't have money. And I was giving her that same money back as well. Where is my thanks for all the years that I spent supporting her?
You supported her! For what? A year or two after she started getting sick and had to retire? Don't make me laugh, Logan. Your excuses are deplorable. You were barely giving her anything by the 3rd year we were living together, and then you just stopped supporting her completely. I had to ask my family for money so I could continue helping her with medical care.
Well, either way, the fact still stands that I supported her with my own income. Where is my thanks for that, huh? At least pay me back the money I spent supporting her. That should be reasonable.
You want the money back that you gave your mother. How is that remotely reasonable? What, now that she's gone, you think you deserve to get what you spent on her back? Don't you hear how that sounds? You should be ashamed of yourself. There's no way I'm giving you anything.
Don't go getting a big head now just because Ma gave you all that money. You're not gonna be so cocky when I take your sorry face to court over this.
You're going to sue me. Be my guest. I'd love to see you try and fail to sue me over this.
Again with that ego of yours. I am 100% certain that the jury will side with me. I am her son, her own flesh and blood, while you're just a money-grabbing thief. Not to mention that I was hard at work that night trying to support my family, unlike you who was just spending all this time leeching off of me. Once the jury knows about all of that, they'll toss you in jail and hand over the inheritance money that was meant for me.
Are you seriously still claiming that you were at work that night, huh? Tell me, Logan, what exactly were you doing at your workplace that night?
Why should I tell you? Not like you would understand what my work is about anyway. What's the point? You wouldn't know how important my job is anyway.
Right. And you're sure you were at your workplace, right?
Yeah, of course I was. I'm not some businessman in a suit waltzing around the place pretending to be doing work. I can't do my job anywhere else but at work.
So you say. But the thing is, I heard from someone that you left work pretty urgently before I messaged you about your mother.
What?
I checked with your boss as well, and he confirmed that you left in quite a hurry that night. He said the same thing that I heard from my other source. I was told that you left because your mother got taken to the hospital, which is very interesting, considering you specifically told me that you weren't coming to see your mother and that your job was more important.
That's because I was actually gonna see her, but I got stuck in traffic, so I didn't make it in time. I was really hurrying. I just didn't make it, okay?
That's weird, because when I texted you, you said you were still busy with work. Didn't sound like you were rushing to the hospital. If you were really rushing to come and see her, shouldn't you have just said so?
See, I was planning on surprising her. I wanted you guys to think I wasn't gonna make it, and then I would show up and surprise everyone. I thought she might appreciate that, you know?
Surprise! You wanted to surprise your mother, who was in a critical state and barely clinging on to life?
Well, yeah, I wanted to lighten the mood a bit. People shouldn't be sad and depressed in those situations. Who knows? She might have turned around and miraculously recovered. That's how concerned I was about her.
The one miraculous thing about that whole thing is your reasoning. Do you think if we went to court and you tried to spin that story to the jury that they would buy it? That you lied to me and you were actually rushing to the hospital to surprise your dying mother, to lighten the mood?
Well, I mean, maybe not exactly like that.
You're embarrassing. Honestly, just stop trying to justify yourself. So, you left your workplace, didn't come to the hospital, Where did you go then, What exactly were you doing?
I really did leave work, okay? I had business to attend to. Really important work-related stuff.
Such as?
I had to go see one of our business partners. It was a really urgent meeting. I had no choice but to go out and see the guy. I thought I could go see Ma after the meeting, though. I was sure it wouldn't take that long.
Oh, and what is this business partner of yours called? I plan on corroborating this story of yours with him.
You can't. See, the meeting was about a new project at work, something that I can't really discuss yet. I had to sign an NDA, actually, so I am not allowed to say anything.
How convenient. Well, in that case, you can at least tell me where this meeting was, can't you? I'd love to call the place and see if you were actually there.
Where the meeting was? It was at this fine dining place near work. Our business partner insisted that we go there. It's pretty new. I don't know if they'll even show up if you look it up online, actually.
Oh, a fine dining restaurant. Are you sure it wasn't a bar?
What? A bar? No.
Or should I say club? A hostess club, to be specific. I believe the place was called something like Club Hush Hush.
What? No, I've never heard of that place.
I got word that you went to a hostess club that night. A certain someone who had gone there with you before told me this. Oh, and before you denied that as well, I actually called the place and they confirmed that you were there. Seems you're a bit of a regular customer, and that you're very popular over there.
Wait. How do you know all of this? Who told you?
Your childhood friend Ethan. He told me about this place and how you two used to go there before you got married. Unlike you, he actually came to see Margaret before she passed. He told me that he had an idea where you might have gone after you said you left work. And so we called the hostess club to check, and lo and behold.
Ethan? Why would he? How could he do this to me? We used to be best friends. How could he backstab me like this? He swore not to tell anyone.
Oh, but he did. He told me a lot of things, actually. He said there was a girl there you really liked to hang out with. Lola, I think it was. You two would spend hours talking and doing other things in the back room, apparently. And the reason you weren't at the hospital that night was because it was Lola's birthday. How nice of you! Spending the night with your favorite girl, celebrating her birthday. All the while, your terminally ill mother was lying in a hospital bed, gasping for breath, tragically passing away without her son there to comfort her. I can't think of anything more cruel, selfish, and self-centered than that.
No, you've got it all wrong, Robin. I promised her I would pop in to say hi and congratulate her on her birthday. It's nothing like that. We're just friends. I would have gone to the hospital as soon as possible, but I made a promise to a friend.
I'm sure you would have, Logan. I'm sure you would have. Oh, by the way, is it also true that you spent almost $10,000 at the club that night? The owner was gushing so much about how much you spent on his girls, I almost couldn't get a word in.
What? That frickin' idiot! Why would he say that? You weren't supposed to know that.
You were hoping your mother would pass away so you could inherit all of her money and blow it all on girls and alcohol. You got blackout drunk and told everyone you were going to inherit a fortune. You roped everyone in by boasting about how rich you were going to get.
Fine, I'll come clean, okay? Yeah, I was after Ma's money this whole time, okay? I thought I was going to inherit all of it, so I spent all my money at that place. But I realize now that I made a mistake. I admit I messed up. So?
So? So what?
So, can you maybe split the inheritance with me? Like I said, I spent all of my money. If I don't get some of that money back, let's just say I have a bit of debt that I was planning on paying soon, so I need some of that inheritance money.
You blew all of your money, boasted that you were going to be loaded once you get your inheritance, and now that you aren't getting that money, you want to apologize? Besides, we're effectively divorced now. I don't owe you anything anymore. You're nobody to me now. I don't legally owe you a cent. Figure out this debt thing by yourself. Don't involve me.
Robin, please, be reasonable. Please, I really need that money. I owe people money, and once they realize I can't pay them back, I could be in a lot of trouble. I was an idiot. I shouldn't have spent all that money. I know now, so please. I should have known better. I'm sorry.
You think I'll forgive you for everything you've done in the last 8 years if you say I should have known better, my bad? Do you seriously think that I'll just give you the money Margaret left me, just like that? If anyone, you should be apologizing to your mother. She's the one that suffered that whole time while her own son ignored her and then left her to die in the hospital while you were out partying. She wasn't able to hear anything from her son, not a farewell or an apology before she left this world.
Robin,
It would be an injustice to her if I ever forgave you for what you did. And I would be disrespecting her will if I ever gave you even a cent of her money. So give up. Even if it wasn't for the cheating and you wasting all of your money, you did something incredibly cruel and unforgivable.
What do you expect me to do then? How am I supposed to pay off my debt? How am I gonna afford the house and everything else now? I'm gonna be ruined because of you.
How should I know? Why would I even care? You figure it out. You did this to yourself, Logan. Guess you'll just have to sell everything and go sleep in a ditch or something, huh? After all of my stuff was out of the house and I filed for divorce, Logan had already taken off and had left without a trace. Seems he was serious about these people he owed money to, so he probably ended up fleeing the town to hide from them. He also apparently tried calling Lola, probably in hopes of fleeing with her and starting a new life or something, but she completely shunned him and blocked his number. Although his spirits were crushed, Logan didn't give up on Lola and their future together. He came back to town and headed to the Hostess Club to find Lola. Unfortunately for Logan, someone tipped off the club owner, and he contacted the people that Logan owed money to. It wasn't Lola that he found when he entered the club, but the men he owed money to instead. I'm not sure what happened at the club, but it's safe to say that Logan was taught a harsh lesson about paying back his debts. Logan is still around, though. He wasn't tied to a concrete slab and thrown in a lake or anything like that. Last I heard from Ethan, he was working his hands raw to try and make a decent living while also paying off his debts. He's now fully aware of how terribly he treated his mother in her last couple of years on this earth, and is trying to do his best to process the guilt he feels every day. It might be too late for him to be regretting his decisions, but hopefully he'll turn out a better person after working through this difficult phase. I hope he uses this opportunity to work on himself. As for me, I completely separated from Logan and started living on my own in a small one-bedroom apartment. The rent is pretty cheap, and I'm managing to get by despite my lack of work experience. It's all thanks to Ethan introducing me to a place he used to work at that pays pretty well for people with limited experience. I also like to think it was thanks to Margaret looking out for me that I managed to find my footing again after divorcing Logan. I'd like to pay her generosity and kindness back by becoming a respectable, independent, and similarly kind-hearted and caring woman like she was. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.